This first season for us at Arsenal has primarily been one of patterns. We started off with the clean sheets at home, our dominance in Europe, and our, frankly, yo-yo mediocre performance in the league, as well as our 1-0 losses on the road. Let's see if we can break that pattern today, okay? And welcome back, everybody. This is episode number 109 of Bottom to the Top. I'm Mr. Cellophane, and we are on our way back to Liverpool for the fourth round of the Carabo Cup. We've gotten a tough draw in the Cup so far. Now, the board doesn't really care about the Carabo Cup. I'm only doing this today to try to get revenge on Liverpool because, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, they beat us 1-0 last time we played. Yep, we have lost all 4 matches we have played on the road in the Premier League by a score of 1-0. So, of course, we're heading back to Anfield. Can we break that streak? Oh, God, I hope so. The league for us has kind of been up and down. I mean, we are 1 win away from getting back into the European places, but it seems like every time we win, we then drop points. We are 4-1-4 through our first 9 matches, sitting on 13 points, already 12 points behind league leader Manchester United, who for the second straight season at this point of the year remain undefeated. Since we saw each other in the last episode, we played 1 match in the league before a month-long international break. We ended up drawing Burnley 1-1. Rodrigo picking up a goal for the Clarets in the 5th minute. It was another one of those weird turnover ones. In this case, it was Azeed Haoudi, who just had a rough match as far as giving the ball away on passes, so he didn't really make it much past the halfway point of this one. But Yusuf Ahamada scored in the 26th minute to tie things up. We just, no matter how many shots we peppered at Alvin Robertson, we just could not get anything more. And that was the score at the half, as well as the score at the end of the 90. Now, Ahamada has come to us. He was an emergency backup player that said he wanted more first-team playing time. We originally kind of balked at it because we're like, look, dude, know your place. But then Bukayo Saka, Florian Wirtz, Gabriel Martinelli all came to us and said, dude, we're unhappy about this situation. So we decided to give him what he wanted. He started then the next 4 matches in a row, and he still came back to us and said, I want more playing time. Now, luckily, we were able to say to him, I'm like, okay, what do you want? What are you doing here in my office? And he was like, no, I'm all good. So during the international break, we played a couple of friendlies, 1-0 victories at home against Luton Town and West Brom, before the aforementioned 1-0 loss to Liverpool on the road. However, we were able to bounce back very nicely as we returned to Europe, hosting FC Midtjylland. Actually, forget about that hosting. We were actually on the road for this one. Jonathan Reyes scoring a hat-trick. Miqueias adding his 4th goal of the year. 4-1 was your final score. We ended up putting 28 shots on the Midtjylland goalkeeper. And he still had a pretty nice game as far as his ratings were concerned. Once that was over, it was back to the league. 1-0, your final score against Sunderland. Another 20-plus shot drubbing of another team. Miqueias was the only one who was able to get one past Camille Grabara, who had a fantastic match in goal for Sunderland, but there's really nothing they could do offensively, mustering just 4 shots, 1 of them on target while we held possession. Now, in this match, we did break out the 4-2-3-1, which we actually played, I believe, in the Midtjylland match as well. So this is kind of a tactical change. That is true. We went to it about 2/3 of the way through the Liverpool match. We started to see additional shots on goal. I think we only managed 1 or 2 in the first half of that match at Anfield. So we're going to see how the 4-2-3-1 is going to work as we head back to Liverpool to take on the Reds in the Carabo Cup. We are going to be making some rotational changes, obviously, as we just are playing so many matches, basically 2 per week throughout this stretch. Even though we did just have a lengthy international break, we had dozens of players actually participating for their countries. Now, Dixon Docris is back in goal. He picked up a little minor knock in training during the week, so we're going to keep our eye and see how he's doing. Murati is going to remain on the bench for this one. It's going to be a back four of Butera, Kemshal, Hernandez, and Alan on the right-hand side. Rice and Haoudi in the midfield with Mikhaelis and Ahamada on the wings. Florian Wirtz at the number 10, backing up Moreno up front as our striker. Yeah, I hope it wasn't going to come down to this, but they're in their red jerseys. We are in the yellow and black, which to me personally makes absolutely zero sense for Arsenal. But who am I to make that decision for a professional football club? I have to assume they know what they're doing. In the EFL Cup, 3 other matches going on right now. No score between Bournemouth and Norwich. Norwich. Cardiff and Newcastle 0-0 as well. Ipswich trailing Spurs 1-0. And Liverpool is going to control. Last time we did play them, that seemed to be the way it was, especially in the first half. Sousa moves past his man. Docris, kick save, and a beauty. He puts that out behind. It will be a corner kick for Liverpool. And hey, look, it's raining once again. I think we've had 2 matches all season long that have not been in the bad weather. We had rain against Midtjylland. We had rain against both times, I believe, that we played Fulham. I mean, it is what it is. Bournemouth, on a Bateman penalty in the 29th minute, has taken a 1-0 lead. Meanwhile, Spurs have added to their tally. It's 4-0 now over Ipswich Town. Sousa throwing it in. Arda Güler into the box. Papanicolo knocked away. Moreno is going to come free with it, but Lewis will take it from him. Rice steals it back before Liverpool ultimately gets a shot off. That's going to sail into the crowd, however. 2 minutes added on will come and go. 6 shots apiece. We've actually gotten more on target, but the possession lead is in favor of Liverpool, so we should probably mess with our tactical instructions just a little bit, again, because of the weather. So we're going to knock the tempo down, slightly less direct in the passing, and let's work the ball down through the middle while we pass it into space. I mean, really, the wings are there, but let's not try to rely on the wings too early. I feel like that is something that is kind of commonplace in this FM, where if you try to play it, force it down the wings, even if you have wingers and the wing backs, it just, there comes to be a lot of congestion. The wingers come back a bit too far and then get caught up along the side, while there's plenty of bodies and open passing lanes in the middle. 60 minutes have come and gone. Still no score between Arsenal and Liverpool here in the rain. 3 shots in the second half, all for the home team as we advance to the 70-minute mark here at Anfield. Mikhaelis is going to make way for Ribeiro. Florian Wirtz, a little bit tired. Martin Odegaard is going to come in his place, while Aziz Haoudi is actually Martin Odegaard's going to slide back. We'll bring in Zaid Al-Basha, who's played pretty well in his limited time. The Saudi Arabian, showing us some stuff, even though we keep getting these news articles about how he should be dropped by his country and yada, yada, yada. Amada also needs a blow. Jonathan Reyes, we're going to keep him on the bench just in case we go to extra time. To be so bad boy. God, I still love that name. He's already got a goal on the season. Let's see if we can add to his tally here. But I think we are going to go. Do we go to extra time or straight to penalties? I don't remember. So what we should probably do we have a substitution left? Moreno's going to come off in place of Jonathan Reyes. Just in case we are going straight to pens, I think that's the best thing to do. And we are, in fact, going to penalties. It seems like so many of these cup runs for the teams that we manage end up going to penalties. This one is no different. Liverpool to go first. Darwin Nunez slots at home, getting Docris to guess incorrectly. It's 1-0 as Martin Odegaard will be the first shot taker for Arsenal, off of the left foot. Goddard Crawley dove to his right. Odegaard went the other way. Schulo stepping in for the Reds against Dixon. Dockress. Dockress guessed correctly, could not get his hands on it. 2-1 Liverpool. Declan Rice, the 35-year-old midfielder, steps in and scores. 2-2. Liverpool and Arsenal tied in this fourth round of the Carabo Cup. It would be great if we could come away with a victory. Lewis shoots. Dockress making the save, getting his right hand on that one and redirecting it behind the goal. Alan, the 19-year-old Brazilian, is our third shooter to take the lead, and he delivers. 3-2 Arsenal, heading to the fourth round of the penalty shootout. Doak takes a deep breath, makes the run-up, shoots, and scores, firing it past Dockress. Again, Dockress is a bit of a smart goalkeeper. He dove to his left, anticipated where the ball was going. He just couldn't stop it. Kempshall up, and Goddard Crawley makes the save to tie things back up heading into round number 5. It is 3-3. The center back, Van de Blok, shoots and scores. Liverpool retakes the lead in the shootout, 4-3. Goddard Crawley will take his position on the line between the sticks, and the fifth shooter for Arsenal is going to be Jonathan Reyes, fresh into the match. The right footer with the run-up, shoots and delivers right down Broadway. We are tied at 4. Diamande coming up for Liverpool. These always make the videos just a little bit longer, don't they? Oh, he faked out Dockress, and he faked him out good. 5-4. Liverpool taking the lead. Who's going to take penalty number 6 for the Gunners? Oh, they sure do take a lot of time in between these. It is Tabisa Bad Boy. The reserve right winger shoots and scores right up the middle again. Sousa coming in for Liverpool. I think they just like the anticipation of that potential final shooter. Sousa is going to deliver. 6-5 Liverpool. Each team has had one goal saved and made every other one. So this is round number 7 for Arsenal. It's going to be Hernandez, the center back. Can he deliver as well? He does. Goddard Crawley dove to his left. Couldn't get his hands on it, though. Habila in for Liverpool. 6-6 in the shootout, right at Dockress. And Dockress makes an easy save. So now this match is in the favor of Arsenal. Al-Basha. We were just talking about him. The Saudi Arabian international midfielder steps up. If he hits, we win. He does, and we do. Arsenal moving on to the next round of the Carabao Cup. We couldn't get it done in the rain in regulation. It took penalties to get over Liverpool, but you know what? Victory on the road at Anfield is never a bad thing. 7-6 in the shootout is your final. Now, will there be any surprises for us in the next round of the Carabao Cup? We've hit the quarterfinals. 8 teams remain in the draw. It's Arsenal, Villa, Bournemouth, Brighton, Everton, Manchester United, Newcastle, and Spurs. My guess is either Man U or Everton, because those are the other teams that we seem to match up with almost every single time. And we are going to find out very quickly as we are drawn for match 1. I think we're the home team. We're taking on Aston Villa. I like that. Who else is out there? Bournemouth will match up against Brighton. It's going to be Spurs and Man U, which leaves Everton and Newcastle. Newcastle, the only championship side. Nope, never mind. Villa and Bournemouth also are in the championship. So a couple of upsets heading to this quarterfinal. I will take a matchup against Aston Villa any day of the week. Sadly, the pattern continued. We have played 5 matches in the league on the road. Every single one of them we have lost 1-0. It was Hayden Raglan putting a header past Dixon Dockrace in the 47th minute, which was the difference here. We had a chance late on, but it was called for offside. I mean, we didn't score, but it was an opportunity. Would have led to a corner kick, but because it was offside, we turned it over. Brentford beat us at the community stadium 1-0. If you have any suggestions on what we can do to not lose these matches, that'd be great. Winning on the road, however, in the Champions League, well, that really hasn't been a problem. We're heading into our fourth match, the third one away. We've already beaten PSG and Midtjylland on the road. Can we do it again against Feyenoord? Let's find out. It's going to be Dockrace in goal with a back four of Butera, Saliba, Hernandez, and Alon. Rice and Odegaard in the midfield with Martinelli, Wirtz, and Saka on the attack behind Jonathan Reyes, who can score goals. He scored a hat-trick just a couple of games ago. We do have what appears to be a pretty easy matchup against Ipswich Town at home at the weekend. But can we take care of business here and make it 4-4 in the UEFA Champions League phase halfway through the competition and almost guarantee ourselves a spot in the round of 16? We're not going to get too far ahead of ourselves. However, there are two other perfect teams in Barcelona, Borussia Dortmund, and Atletico de Madrid as well. We've played just about 20 minutes of this match. 3-3, your shots on goal. It's pretty even all the way around between Feyenoord and Arsenal. It's raining. Again. Every one of those 1-0 losses, by the way, has come in wet weather. I think that Football Manager, and I've said this before, I say it on stream a lot, but I think Football Manager may have overcorrected when they did the winter update and futzed with the rain. Afonso is in. He will shoot. Tight angle, could not get it on. Dockrace not called on to make a save. He is going to send this one relatively long. It'll be nodded down to Saliba. Knocks it to his left to Butera. Butera now with space, just like Afonso did. Up for Martinelli, into the middle. Florian Wirtz, what a save by Kurbanov. I don't even know if he saw that one coming, but it will be a corner kick opportunity for Arsenal. Can we go up 1-0? Martinelli sending it in. Feyenoord sending it away. Bukayo Saka, though, returning it deep for Martinelli, who is going to be whistled for offside. Well, that is a darn shame. Oi. 0-0. The rain, we just can't get anything going in the bad weather. 7-6 your shots on goal. 58% possession, though, in favor of Feyenoord. We need to dig in and give everything we've got. I have faith in you. I have faith in you. And you have the ability to make a difference. Please, please, please go do it. Jonathan Reyes hasn't gotten a ton of service so far this afternoon. We may need to make a change at the striker position. We're working on the 4-2-3-1, which started off very successfully. It led to no goals, however, in Liverpool or Brentford. And so far, none in Rotterdam either. Dockrace will just pick that one up. Well, he'll lay down first and grab it as the ball trickles into his area. Sending it long, looking for Reyes. Knotted down, Florian Wirtz. He's got it. Moving it to the outside on the left. In the middle, Odegaard ahead. Bukayo Saka turns, fires, and scores. Third goal of the season for Bukayo Saka. They are, I believe, going to check to see if this was offside. They are not. VAR is not going to be called into play. And with 30 minutes remaining in this match, Martin Odegaard sets up Bukayo Saka, who turns, fires, gets a little help from the defender's leg to put it past Kurbanov to give Arsenal the 1-0 lead and a bid at our fourth consecutive win in the Champions League. Dockrace can't get his hands on that. Well, I mean, he does get his hands on it. Unable to hold on to that one in the wet weather. It's going to go behind for a corner kick. 25 minutes to go. Saliba is going to send it out. Dario will look to try to chase it down, but unable to keep it in, as it will go out for a Feyenoord throw. We have just over 20 minutes left to go. Bukayo Saka getting a little bit tired. He's been playing a ton of football. Butera clearing that away. Martinelli will gather it. Almost loses control, but he gets it ahead for Declan Rice. Rice stops, spins it into the middle. Odegaard with it. Has plenty of room. Finds Saka on that right wing, and Saka buries his second goal of the evening, his fourth on the year. And I believe that is the second assist of the match for Martin Odegaard. Odegaard and Saka really connecting very well in this match. And at 2-0, things are looking very, very bright for Arsenal. Now, I do not normally like doing this because he is on a hat trick, but we are going to pull Bukayo Saka out of the match. Thabiso Bad Boy will take his place. Gabriel Martinelli will cede his position to Miqueias. That's just the way of the world these days. Martinelli unable to make it through an entire match. Martin Odegaard is going to cede way to Achille Kleiss. And 3 changes for Arsenal as we look to protect a 2-0 lead. But here comes Feyenoord. Afonso dropping it back. Fapudi skips through and on Docres, who is able to make a bit of a blessing of a save. It looked like it was going to squeak through him and go in for a goal. But luckily, Docres able to redirect that behind. Little over 16 minutes remaining in this match. It's Arsenal 2, Feyenoord 0. Feyenoord taking their sweet time, and the header on by Fapetu is going to go harmlessly wide, although I think Docres did get a hand on that. It's another corner coming in. That one's going to drop down right for Femi Fapetu, this time on the far post, to bring Feyenoord back within 1. 2-1 is now your score. Not 100% sure what happened there. It just kind of went through, ticked off Jonathan Reyes, who, that just sealed it for me. Jonathan Reyes, come on off. Just looking lackluster. Mateo Moreno is going to go in. Fernandez has not gotten the job done, and I don't want to add to his misery. A lot of stories out there about how he has failed to score. It's been a while since he's scored. Obviously, he won't score if he does not have the opportunity to score by being out on the pitch. However, I'd like to put him in a bit more of a controlled environment. Back post, Miqueias, but Kurbanov coming off of his line to grab it off of the head of the Arsenal winger. 5 minutes have been added on. Alan will drop it down to Kleiss, taken down by Arustra. Alan getting the ball, sending it in the middle. Miqueias, once again, Kurbanov grabbing the ball before the Arsenal winger can get his head on it. We've played just over 90 minutes. Alan, once again, dropping it for Bad Boy. Wirtz ahead. Moreno finds Miqueias. Miqueias, this time will chip it past Kurbanov. Kurbanov couldn't do anything to stop Miqueias from getting that ball. This time, Miqueias makes him pay. Wasn't the hardest shot, but it was very well placed. 5th goal of the season for Miqueias, and it was all set up by Moreno. Tactical genius. That is Nick Bottom getting things done in this match. Couple of minutes left to go, and with a 2-goal lead, Arsenal is going to win this one 3-1. We are currently in 2nd place in the Champions League, sitting on 12 points after 4 matches, and all but guaranteeing ourselves a spot not only in the knockouts, but in the round of 16. Now, there are still 4 matches left to play, but we have played the bulk of the difficult part of our schedule. We still have Manchester City coming up, but they are at home, so we don't have to worry about losing to a league rival 1-0 on the road again. Hopefully, that is a trend that we will be able to reverse tomorrow. And you know what? For a hot second there, I thought that I was going to put it off until Monday and just not show you an away match in the league. But we have a rare opportunity to show a match against a team that you don't normally see on a video like this. So we are going to come back at the start of the month of December. We are going to take on Southampton at home before heading on the road for my personal first ever matchup in Football Manager against Derby County at Pride Park. Hopefully, we can break the streak by then if we haven't already. Make sure you hit like on this video, show your support, show your appreciation. Also subscribe if you have not done so or if you are new to the channel. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye.